If you have overcome your inclination and not been overcome by it, you have reason to rejoice. Accept the things to which fate binds you. Say not always what you know, but always know what you say. Hasten slowly. An unexamined life is not worth living. An angry man is again angry with himself when he returns to reason. Cherish the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Fear is proof of a degenerate mind. A shoe that is too large is apt to trip one. And when too small to pinch the feet, so it is with those whose fortune does not suit them. Do not act as if you are going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. He plants trees to benefit another generation. The lofty pine is often as shaken by the winds, high towers fall with a heavier crash, and the lightning strikes the highest mountain. I had rather be first in a village than second in Rome. Nothing is miserable unless you think it is so. Hateful is the power, and pitiable is the life, of those who wish to be feared rather than loved. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. If you must break the law, do it to seize power in all other cases. If fortune favors you, do not be elated. If she frowns, do not despond. I'm never less at leisure than when at leisure, or less alone than when alone. Those most moved to tears by every word of a preacher are generally weak, and a rascal when the feelings evaporate. Hope is the pillar that holds up the world. Hope is the dream of a waking man. If you have a garden in a library, you have everything you need. You have control over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinions of himself than on the opinions of others. Advice in old age is foolish. For what can be more absurd than to increase our provisions for the road, the nearer we approach our journey's end? It is easier to find men who will volunteer to die than to find those who are willing to endure pain with patience. Rome has grown since its humble beginnings, that it is now overwhelmed by its own greatness. The greatest impediments to changes in our traditional roles seem to lie not in the visible world of conscious intent, but in the murky realm of the unconscious mind. Hateful is the power and pitiable is the life of those who wish to be feared rather than loved. young men hear an old man to whom old men hearkened when he was young. The greatest impediments to changes in our traditional roles seem to lie not in the visible world of conscious intent, but in the murky realm of the unconscious mind. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning. Mix a little foolishness with your serious plans. It is lovely to be silly at the right moment. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. As a rule, men worry more about what they can't see than about what they can. Many difficulties which nature throws in our way may be smoothed away by the exercise of intelligence. A man loves to have sex with a prostitute more than with his wife, because the slave gives him more freedom. I love the name of honor more than I fear death. There is no such thing as pure pleasure. Some anxiety always goes with it. All men's souls are immortal, but the souls of the righteous are immortal and divine. The first and greatest punishment of the sinner is the conscience of sin. Expecting is the greatest impediment to living. In anticipation of tomorrow, it loses today. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the order to revoke at any moment. To be ignorant of what occurred before you were born is to remain always a child. Men willingly believe what they wish. Great fear is concealed under daring. It is better to create than to learn. Creating is the essence of life.